The voice of Austin, 88.7 FM KAZI. I cannot wait till she releases some new music. I prayed about it all the way through 2025. Nothing happened, but that's okay. She was actually going through some things. And, man, I tell you what, Sade dropped some new music. I am definitely here for it, and I'm going back to see her again. I actually took my mom to go see her, and but she walked out of there in that white dress, and well, it was just like that. Sade, nothing could come between us. Also, Julian Vaughn, great bass track from him called Kiss the Groove. And Nicholas Cole, great track called The Weekend. Well, we're stopping down to talk to an artist that is here to do his thing with us. I actually was able to check him out on Friday, last Friday. I don't get outside much because I'm either working or I'm going to see my daughter. But I had a chance to check this gentleman out. He did a showcase here at the ACC Flex Studio, which is in Building 2. We're actually in Building 3, but he was doing his thing in Building 2. Glad to welcome him to the show, and possibly my first live performance, actually second live performance of the day. Mr. Tione Brown's in the building. What's up, sir?
Hey. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Absolutely. It's an honor.
Well, I appreciate your time, most definitely. I understand that you have you are a musician. You've already toured the world and have done some really cool things. Who have you worked with?
Anyone who's paying.
That's in the future. Yeah, anybody it's just a check.
But most notably La Russell. And I got to do some stuff with B.O.B. and an artist named Elos out of Boston. And so many people locally. I feel like I'm a pretty good staple in the scene in the time that I've been here. I feel like you mentioned saxophone or music, I'm in the conversation no matter what. So it's been a beautiful run. I got to go to Japan, open for B.O.B. earlier this year, play with him in Atlanta again. And like you said before, I've been on Tiny Desk with La Russell, and long resume, still getting longer.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I saw the Tiny Desk concert you did with La Russell, and I'm not real familiar with him, but now I'm like, dude, he got bars, man, and I like what he's got to say. So I can see you hooking up with him. That's a cool thing.
Absolutely. I mean, he's the truth. The team is awesome, and just that environment, seeing it, seeing the level of community as well as the blueprint for independent musicianship and working in the industry has been phenomenal, and I've definitely taken away a lot of gems from that.
Right. You had a residency here, I think, right?
That's right. I play at Busy Signal on Fridays. Matter of fact, come through, hear you some R&B. I'm usually playing from about 7 to 10, 7:30 to 10:30. And I'm working on doing something, hopefully with KAZI and some other local entities, to put on a full showcase on one of these Fridays, maybe December 19th, tentatively. We'll see if it works out.
Right.
But definitely make sure you stay tuned and come join us, because we're going to start bringing you some more stuff. And I have a platform now doing music out on the water of Lady Bird Lake on the boardwalk, and just really showcasing the Austin music scene here, and providing that R&B experience in as many genres as we can bring to you.
Sounds good. Yeah, I had a chance to check that out on your IG. Really cool stuff, man. I think that the water and jazz just go together.
They're meant for each other.
Yes, sir. No question. All right, man. Well, let's hear you play a little something, if that's cool.
That's all right.
All right. Very cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you're getting ready to check out Mr. Tione Brown. He's got a great song called Comfort of You, and we're going to hear from that. And this is a really cool thing for me, because this is like the second time that I've actually had a chance to have an in-studio performance. We had Scott Strickland in earlier today, me and Simply Courtney, and that was a real cool thing. And now, here it is, live performance number 2 of the day, Mr. Tione Brown, and a great track called Comfort of You. Yes, sir. That is Tione Brown. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's called Comfort of You. And Tione's in the building. Hope I got everything all right, man. I'm not a great sound man, but I try to make everything work.
It was cool, man. I heard it and I got to vibe, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
That's awesome. You hang out with us just a little bit longer, just maybe about 10 more minutes, unless you got to run.
You know it.
All right, bet. All right, we're gonna take a little break and come back. Tione Brown's in the building. This is Jazz and Other Vibes, smooth jazz and R&B from today and back in the day. Hang out.
Support provided by Mr. Bobby R. Taylor.
It's 9 o'clock on 88.7 FM KAZI. Another hour of smooth jazz and R&B from today and back in the day. Here's the music of James P.J. Spraggins and Ollie Silk on 88.7 KAZI.
KAZI 88.7 Austin.
That one's doing big on the charts. James P.J. Spraggins, a track called High Five. Ollie Silk on keys. James, you may have seen him play if you've seen Johnny Gill in concert. I know he's done some work with Johnny Gill and also with Kim Scott, who actually came through here to Austin. But anytime he's in Birmingham, Alabama, and Kim Scott's there as well, more than likely you'll see them doing their thing together. My name is Jabari. This is Jazz and Other Vibes, smooth jazz and R&B from today and back in the day. A very special guest, Mr. Tione Brown, is in the building. Man, you just came through and did your thing, dude.
I appreciate you. That's what I came to do.
Yep, most definitely. Most definitely. Who do you like listening to as an artist, or who would you consider to be an inspiration?
Well, growing up, playing music and being in school, I got my bachelor's at Morehouse, etc. We studied so many musicians, but, I tend to actually identify more with Miles Davis as an artist. And I say that because, he came up in the bebop era with Bird and all them, and they all played very fast-paced, but he played more melodious and, a little more chill, more to the vibe, and that's how I like to think of myself. Also, my grandfather used to burn CDs for me when he found out I played the horn, and so he would put on Kim Waters.
Yeah.
And so I would listen to a lot of those R&B covers that he would do, and like Waiting to Exhale, and so just that smooth R&B sound, I think that was kind of embedded in me in that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that. You said Miles Davis. I was like, okay, he's just done. My mother would be so proud to hear that you are into Miles Davis, man, for sure. I was going to ask you I know you've got some tracks out. Are you working on a whole project, or is that something that's going to be in the works a little later on?
Absolutely. I have several projects that are kind of sitting in limbo, but the producer Tope that I work with, he also got a lot of his biggest records with La Russell as well. We have an all instrumental project that merges hip hop and jazz and R&B together, and so it's his beats mixed with my horn, and we got one song that's got a little couple vocal samples and stuff like that. So kind of playing around to bring something fresh and new, and to really bring that piece of jazz to different listeners.
Right. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, I was talking to a guitar player named Lamech, and Lamech was actually talking about doing what it took to keep that sound, doing what it would take to keep the jazz sound in the ears of those who are those who are younger. Because what's jazz going to be in 10 to 15 years, like in terms of like the smooth jazz, right? Mm-hmm. Your traditional jazz I think is always going to be there, but in terms of like the smooth jazz or like the hip hop hybrid kind of jazz, that I think the new production and trying different things, like you said, different beats, harder beats, different melodies, things like that, is going to keep it in people's ears.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's the beautiful thing about music. It's forever evolving. I mean, there's 1,000 subgenres of jazz already.
No doubt.
And if you just think about the evolution of blues into rock and roll and to pop and
right.
then the funk and the hip hop and the list, and even all the subgenres of hip hop, and that's just how, to me, the world works, and life continues on. I like to think about it as kind of like flowers. We get pollen from different flowers, and that's how we get a new flower. And so that's kind of how I see music. You take even if you think about Latin music, or which has Afro roots.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that. It's got Afro, European, Latino, etc. It's some Indian influences in the instrumentation and so on. And so I think that's just what music is about. Making it relevant. How can I identify with the listeners? And, a lot of people my age and younger, they like a lot of bass. They like a lot of, in the Bay Area, we call it slap. You know what I'm saying? Right. We like to hear the speakers knocking. So if I can bring them that peaceful sound on top of that slap, so to say, then it brings a whole new ambiance to the listener's ear and a new appreciation, because everyone doesn't always want to hear about the type of content that a lot of rap speaks about. But if I can put it on that beat and deliver something that is going to actually fulfill them, then now you're having a whole new conversation.
Yeah, no, that's facts right there. That's facts. Where can folks find you on the socials, my man?
Tione Brown, that's Tione Brown _ if you're on social media. Once again, Tione Brown _ for social media, and it's just Tione Brown on all my other streaming platforms, whether it's YouTube, Apple, Spotify, etc. I'm on pretty much all of it, and keep a lookout. We're gonna bring you some new music. I got my platform Boardwalk Talk, doing concerts out on the water at Lady Bird Lake, highlighting local talent and hopefully making an international stage as well. And getting the city support is really my goal and dream for that platform. I have my own podcast I'm starting called Gig Like Me, where I speak with other musicians and entities in the music industry and just talk about musicians and how to have a sustainable living or consistent career as a gigging musician, and what that can look like for individuals. So I just want to bring some good content, great content to the community, and really foster community and highlight a lot of the talent that's going on right where we're at here in the 512.
Amen to that, man. Well, that's what it's about, community, and you are in a community radio station, so this is a great place to connect.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for coming through, man. This has been a real treat. This is the first time I've ever had a live performance here on Jazz and Other Vibes. And, of course, this is a second live performance of my day, because I was on earlier this morning, right?
Hello.
So, yeah, brother. So thank you for adding more love to my day, man. Needed some good news, man, because with all the things going on right now. So it's really appreciative, and so thanks again.
Thank you as well. It's been an honor.
You got it. And come back.
You know, I might be back next week.
Yes, sir. We'll be here. All right, so let's play one more track from Tione Brown. This one features Shantae and AOJ, I believe it is.
Yeah, AOJ is the producer. Shantae is the other vocalist on the record.
All right, let's do it. It's called You to Stay. This is Tione Brown on 88.7 KAZI. This is Jazz and Other Vibes. Yes, sir. I like it. I like it.
It's something that you got, baby, yeah, that makes me wanna see you more and more. Maybe I'll be your Hancock, baby, yeah. Feel like we done did this once before.
I don't want no problems with you. I just wanna kick it with you. Yeah, you've been on my.
Okay, bro plays sax. I'm a jazz dude. I'm not. Yeah, what it's gonna be. All right, boom, let's go. So I took off and came to see you, man. So that was a real treat for this dude.
It's something that you got, baby, that makes me wanna see you more and more. Maybe I'll be your Hancock, baby. Hey, feel like we done did this once before.